Have you ever felt like creating content is a never-ending treadmill? You wake up, stare at your phone and think, what should I post today? You scroll through TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn looking for inspiration, but nothing clicks. Meanwhile, other creators are posting daily, growing their audience and making it look absolutely effortless. So, how do they do it? Well, they have a system and you don't. Most new creators don't fail because they're bad at making content. They fail because they're stuck in reaction mode, posting whenever they feel like it, second-guessing every idea, and eventually burning out when it all becomes too much to handle. When I started creating content, I was all over the place. Some weeks I'd post every day, other weeks nothing. I'd get an idea, spend hours making it perfect, post it, and then it would flop. And then for days I would disappear trying to come up with something else. But it wasn't until I built a repeatable system that things actually started to take off. A system that let me create faster, post consistently, and actually see results. So today I'm going to show you the only content system you will need to grow without stress, without overcomplicating things, and without spending all day glued to your phone. Why most creators struggle. Let's talk about the 3 biggest reasons that most new creators never get traction, because if you're stuck, chances are it's because of one of these. Problem number 1, no clear path. Most people don't actually have a content strategy. They wake up, post whatever feels right. One day it's a motivational post, the next day it's a vlog, then it's a tutorial. The problem with this is that it makes it impossible for your audience to know what to expect from you every time they log back in. If you follow someone and then they post great marketing tips one day, then personal finance the next, and then a random video about their morning routine, you don't really know why you should keep following them, so you don't. You don't build trust with your audience when your content is inconsistent. And when you don't have a system, you rely on motivation, waking up every day and hoping that you'll have a good idea, and that is a recipe for burnout. Problem number 2, spending way too much time on a single post. I see this all of the time. Creators spending hours scripting, editing, and tweaking, and when they finally post it, it flops. And that's when they feel like they've wasted their time, which kills their motivation to post again. Meanwhile, other creators are posting every day seemingly without effort, and you start wondering, how the heck do they do that? The answer isn't that they're working harder, it's that they're working smarter and harder at the same time. And we'll break that down in more detail in just a moment. Problem number 3, no feedback loop. A lot of creators are just throwing content at the wall and seeing if something sticks. They don't actually track what's working, what's resonating, or what people want more of, so they keep creating content based on guesswork instead of data. That means that they're wasting time on things that aren't necessarily helping them to grow. Now, if any of that sounds familiar, don't worry, because I'm about to dive deep and explain a simple, repeatable system that will make your content creation process feel effortless. The perfect content system. Step 1, create a weekly content plan so you are never guessing again. Instead of posting randomly, you want to use a structured system that keeps you consistent and removes decision fatigue. And the easiest way to do that is with a weekly content breakdown. 1 hero piece of content per week. This could be a deep dive YouTube video or a long form LinkedIn post or a newsletter. 3 to 5 supporting pieces. These are then short clips, repurposed content, or quick insights that complement your hero piece. 1 engagement piece, something that's interactive like a poll, Q&A, or conversation starter, just to keep your audience engaged. This way, every week you have a clear roadmap so that you're not waking up every day wondering what to post, and whilst it will take some time to get into that rhythm, once you are there, you'll never look back. Step 2, the good enough rule. Most new creators waste too much time on over-editing, overthinking, and second-guessing the content that they create, and then try to make every post perfect. Now, it's really key to remember that your audience isn't judging your content the way that you are. They're scrolling, looking for something that helps them, entertains them, or teaches them something valuable, and they're not too concerned about how it looks and sounds. They don't care if the font size is slightly off or the lighting isn't movie quality. They care about whether your content is useful to them. So instead of obsessing over perfection, set strict time limits for each type of content. Long form videos, 2 hours max. Short form videos, 1 hour max. Written posts, 30 minutes max. Your goal isn't to make one perfect post. Your goal is to make multiple good ones that you can continue to post consistently throughout the week, increasing your reach, engagement, and all of your touch points with your audience. Step 3, the 80-20 rule. Now, it's a quick one, but 80% of your content should be around what you know works, proven formats, topics, and styles that your audience responds well to. 20% should then be experiments, trying new angles, topics, platforms, or formats to test what could potentially resonate. And this way, you keep growing whilst minimizing wasted time on content that you know isn't going to work. Step 4, systemize everything. Most creators start from scratch every time they create content, and that is a massive waste of time. Instead, use templates or pre-existing formats for your posts so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you create. You can do this in the form of editing templates, frameworks that help guide how you write your scripts for your videos, and more so at the advanced stage, but color grades that you can pop onto your footage to make it look exactly the same every single time. But you could also systemize the way that you create content. I personally batch create content once a month or every 2 weeks so that I'm working ahead instead of scrambling for ideas, and you could do the same. Repurposing is also a great way to systemize long-form content into short-form snippets of value that enable you to post much more regularly. Tools like repurpose.io or Opus Clips are two great tools that I've used in the past and can definitely vouch on. Having a simple system makes content creation way easier, faster, and much more sustainable. The mindset shift. Most new creators quit because they think that they're not talented enough, but the truth is they just don't have a process. And if you don't have a plan, most of you will waste time on figuring out what to post. If you overthink everything, you'll never be consistent. If you don't track what's working, you'll never improve. But when you build a system, everything changes. You don't have to rely on motivation. You don't have to stress about what to post. You don't have to waste hours on a single video. This is how the top creators stay consistent. And if you want to dive deeper into this topic, I break down actionable content advice, including strategies, tips and tricks, and more every week in my newsletter. The link is down in the description. It's free, it's actionable, and it will actually help you to level up as a creator. And if you're serious about going all in on improving as a creator and you want first access to join the Content Club when new spaces open up, get on the waitlist below. It's a community for small business owners and creators who actually want to get results. Either way, start using the system today. The best creators don't wait for things to be perfect. They build the habit, they trust the process, and they improve along the way. If you want to stay right here on YouTube, you can also check out this video that I created for free. It's pretty good. I would recommend watching it if you want to level up as a creator, and I'd recommend subscribing to the channel. Be here for the roller coaster that is content creation and come along for the wild ride. And until then, I shall see you in the next video. Ciao.